Sit. Good boy. Heel. Pressure on. Get them into a good spot and heel. Good. I like them to be slightly behind my leg. So lots of times at the beginning of the walk, they'll try to push. So one thing I'll do is like a stutter step. So I'm going to like stop my step for a second. And if they go past me, I'm going to press and hold. Like that. Tends to keep them back. Good. Look at this. You'll notice sometimes after you say the word good, or if you praise them, it gets them to mess up again. So try to keep your affection and praise at a more neutral tone. Good. Clicking for the sniffing. I'll explain why in just a second. Okay, I'm at a 22. Good. This is Patch. Good boy. Sit. Good. Okay guys, so I'm at the park with Patch this time. I just walked Lucky around the park. Now I'm with Patch. And what I wanted to discuss was the separation of the work from the break time. So before training, almost every dog comes and their behavior on the leash is what they should be doing on break time. So pulling, sniffing, going to the bathroom 100 times, exploring, zigzagging everywhere. It sort of makes the walk miserable for the owner, and there's no real distinction between heel, which is walk nicely, and break. So the whole walk is just kind of the dog leading and telling you what to do, and you're sort of just along for the ride. And what happens a lot of the times is just the owners just stop taking the dogs on walks because they're yanking their arms out of their socket, and it's just really tiring. So what we like to do, and I can't stress this enough, is separate the work from the break. So right now I've got him in a heel. So right now I've got him in a heel. And if you notice, there's no sniffing, there's no marking, we're not even on a leash. So there's no pulling, okay? But he knows that we're working, we're traveling, we're in the classroom, okay? Just keep an eye out for cars coming. We're in the classroom, we're working. What happens when you're in the classroom and you need to go to the bathroom? You raise your hand, you ask the teacher if you can go, and then you go. You don't just get up and start going. What happens when you're in a car traveling down the highway and you need to go to the bathroom? You stop, you park the car at a rest stop, and then you go. You don't just start going. So think of it that way with our dogs. When they're in heel, they can't just start pulling you everywhere to go to the bathroom and sniff. So what do you do to make sure they're taken care of? I always offer a bathroom break at the start of the walk, so you know you're not starting without giving them a chance. Then I walk to a destination where I know I'm gonna set them free and give them all the time that they need to go potty and explore and sniff, and then we walk back home. So we're being very fair to the dog, and we're saying you need to work and you need to be behaved for this walk, but I will give you free time because you've earned it. And that's what we're about to do right now. We've walked to an area of my choosing, so the dog doesn't get to choose where we go. We're gonna stop, separate the work from the play, release him, give him some time to explore, and then I'll show you how we use our recall to get him back. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Break. Good boy. Now the reason that I feel so confident in letting him off leash is because I know I have a way to get him back to me. I have a way to get him to stop running into the road, stop eating something he shouldn't, stop barking. But look how much fun he's having and enjoying. And it's so clear to him that like this is your time now. This is your time, so I don't have to feel guilty for calling him back into a heel because I know I'm fulfilling his needs as well. Good boy. Oh, okay, you're gonna put yourself into a down. Break. Let him run off some steam here. One thing I want to point out that I'm really proud of is on his break time, he is not whining anymore. When we first started training, he used to start like this anticipatory whining while he was on his break time. I think it was just because he had never had this kind of freedom before, and he really didn't know what to do with it. But either way, the whining has stopped. He's completely happy. He understands the system. And he understands that, like, this is his time now. Look at him use that nose. Their noses are so incredible. Oh boy. Break. So if I don't want him to eat grass, what I like to do is just take it down to a mild number, and the next time he starts eating grass or eating something, I'll just click and dial until he drops it. Break. Good boy. Good boy. Come. Sit. Good job. Heel. Back to work. So this is the part where I'm saying it's back to work, no more sniffing, no more exploring. So anytime his nose goes to the ground, I'm just clicking to remind him your time is up. He'll get that time again when I offer it. What a good boy. Sit. Good boy. Down. What a good boy. Heel. Good boy. He is just a little more pushy than Lucky on the walk. So I like to do that stutter step like I was showing you. The pace changes are good. Once he locks in, he's pretty good. He's just a little more pushy at the start, which does not surprise me considering that he's the more confident one. He's used to leading. Lucky's used to following, so it's a little harder for him to take the follower role, right? So pressure's on, he gets back, pressure's on. Good job. Sit. Good boy. Break.